Warami. Hello everyone. I'm here with Stephen Owen to have a yarn about our Reconciliation Action Plan and what we're doing to address financial inclusion for Indigenous Australians. Hi Stephen, how are you?
Yeah, good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So tell me, what are we doing in our Reconciliation Action Plan Committee? What are we doing to address financial inclusion?
Yeah, sure. Look, we've recently partnered with the First Nations Foundation and we purchased copies of their My Money Dream licence, which is an online education tool built by Indigenous people for Indigenous people. So it's all designed to build really good money habits and help build financial wellness and prosperity for Indigenous Australians. It covers things like culture and money, budgeting, debt management, but all delivered in a really culturally appropriate way. So how do you see a program like this benefiting Indigenous Australians?
Wow, that could have such a great impact for Indigenous people in the community, because we aren't raised with that financial literacy and that awareness around budgeting or even superannuation, interest rates and percentages. We don't have that knowledge passed down from mum, dad and auntie and uncle. So having a First Nations provider who have collateral that appeal to a First Nations audience is the first key to getting it right.
Yeah, sure.
The next one is the trust that they already have in the community. So the education piece, understanding budgeting, money, that will really, really empower Indigenous Australians right across, all the communities.
Yeah, awesome.
So Stephen, how do we get those licences out to our Indigenous employees and distribute them out to our partners?
Yeah, sure. So the first point of call will be to distribute them through our employer partners. They have Indigenous employee groups already, so we'll be using those networks to distribute the content initially, as well as identifying opportunities for other members where we know that there's support that's needed. A really critical part of the program, though, will be to monitor success.
Yes.
Not only in terms of take-up rates and completion rates of the tool itself, but we also want to find out how much more confident people are feeling after having completed the course. As we know that confidence is a really strong engagement lever when you're talking about financial wellness and financial resilience. And it's also an important step of our RAP commitments. We want to make sure that we're able to demonstrate that we're there for our Indigenous members and providing the support that they need when they need it most.
Oh yes, indeed.
So finally, Binowee, why do you think this is an important step for AMP?
This is such an important step for all Australians. I mean, we have a national Close the Gap target that looks at the disparity between Indigenous and non-Indigenous, and especially with the economic one. There is a large gap there, and we will be contributing towards closing that gap, first of all. Second of all, we have our Reconciliation Action Plan. We're contributing towards reconciliation here in Australia. But most importantly, it's empowering Indigenous Australians to make a generational change and really helping them to create their tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a crucial step.
Yeah, amazing.
Stephen, thank you so much for joining me. That was a really deadly yarn.
Oh, my pleasure.
And I hope you all got some great insights there. And I encourage you all to look at what you can do to address financial inclusion in your organisation. Ki dirigo, yano yano.